Hello, Patrick. It's Derek here again. Excuse me. All right, so I did a little more digging back here where the rod is, and I tried to dig out some more to try and see how far it goes and see if it's any more in depth than what I originally thought. I was just poking around on the first one. I didn't really dig too deep. So if we look down here, as soon as I get the light readjusted again. Stay. Thank you. Alright, stringer. This is underneath the fuel tank, obviously. There's the two repairs. Now, all this is gone from here all the way back down to the transom bow. And I pulled most of it off, but, you know, we're talking just over half of the string, the lower half of the stringer is rotten. You know, and that is, so I would have to come back up here. I don't know if I can get that in the video. Maybe try this here real quick. See this whole bottom where it's cracked. And obviously the repair doesn't really cover that crack, but that's still loose. So it would probably need to be patched from this frame back. Alright. Dug a little more on this frame where the strut mount is. It's rotten as well, obviously. We already knew that. But I'll figure out how far to go with that shortly. I don't know. Honestly, I was more concerned about pointing out the stuff that we were finding in the unknowns. So let me move the light again here. Let's move on back to the back section here. Okay, now, there's your rudder mount, rudder shaft, all that. Then you've got the keel down the middle. You got this board that was running across as like a support brace for the rudder itself. Now, this side I've completely, tore out because it's all rotten. This side, I thought this side was still okay, but no, it's not. It's rotten. And even if it was okay, I'd have to replace the whole board. Either way, it doesn't matter, because I'm not going to leave that part that just doesn't help with the structural integrity there. But anyway, this side is shot as well. Let's talk about your inner layer and your bottom here. Now, what you're looking at here is the inner layer. Light, not show shadows, that would help out a lot. Sorry. Alright. Well, eventually here. Work with me. Okay, so anyway. Alright, we're looking at inner layer. Alright, sorry. Alright, so this you're looking at here is the inner layer. They ran the inner layer in thin sheets, thin diagonal boards, all from front to back. And then there was a canvas and then your planks. So we've got inner layer, and now it is soft underneath that board, obviously, because the rot did transfer through some. And then down in here, these are your planks. Your planks are fine, from what I can tell, and from this side, and plus what I could tell, I was poking around a lot on the bottom, and I don't see any issues with those. So let's see, rudder support now. Move around here so I can get the video and alright, there we go. Rudder mount. What's left of that rotten board, and then down in here you get your inner layer right there, and then keel. Now the side of your keel has got some soft spot there. It's not very deep, mostly a little bit of surface where it took some of the brunt from the board above it being rotten out. So, but that's not to say that underneath the rudder mount that there isn't more rot. And until I pull it out, I won't know. Alright, let me tuck in a little deeper here. Now we go back here. Farther back. Alright. Now, down here we're looking at your transom bow running down the bottom. Got your transom framework, vertical framework. You've got this transom bow down here at the corner. Now, unfortunately, it is rotten. I can stab the pry bar in a good solid inch, and it just goes in with really no force. So it is rotten, and it's going to have to be replaced. There's no good way to patch that one. That would have to be pull that lower plank off the transom, loosen all the screws in it from the bottom planks, and then just replace it. That would be the best bet on that one. Hold on, let me readjust myself here. Ooh. So, what else? So, I know you wanted a little more in depth, so that's kind of where we're at. We would have to do some repair to this, to that stringer, to replace it and sister it maybe. Kind of like what I'm doing up under your engine. Put sister joints in to help pull it, to structure in, to secure in the new piece. That's the word I was looking for. I can cut out and I can patch the soft spots of the inner layer with some 1/4 inch marine grade BS 1088 plywood, the same type of plywood that I'm using to sister your stringers. I said the keel is just going to determine when I pull this rudder mount off and what I find. If it's rotten to the point where we need to replace part of the keel, then your planks on either side will have to come up to where they're jointed at, or I make new joints and short plank them, cut it out, replace it. I've already done 2 keel repairs this year from guys hitting logs. I'm pretty well versed in fixing those. The transom plank back there, the transom bow, that's definitely gonna have to be fixed. So that outside plank's gonna have to come off of the transom. Get the transom bow out, steam bend a new one and get it in. Replace this board here, replace this frame, figure out a way to secure these better, because that's hard to tell in the video, but they move a lot more than I would like them to see them move, and that could be because of the cracks in the stringers letting them move, because they should have been screwed to the stringers, and the cracks could be causing that issue. I know it's a lot. I'm just trying to think of anything else. Other than that, I think that's good. I'm working on getting the sister joints in your stringers into the engine. I've already got them all cut. I just got to do one final fit on them. Prep them with a sealant to prevent rot. And then get them epoxied in place, and that up there will be good, and we should fall within budget on the stringer crack repair up there on the engine. But I just want to give you a little further update here on this. Michael came back and said you would like a little more in depth on it. But I'll let you and Paul hash it out and come up with a decision on it, and we'll talk to you later.